work session for today. And start with items 1, 2, and 3 under executive proposed actions. Mr. O'Brien.
Good morning to you all. The first policy that is up for your consideration is policy 101.01. The proposed revisions to that policy are in paragraph number 4 and paragraph number 9. The revisions track specifically the language from the body corporate statute. These policies were adopted prior to that statute being passed, so the revisions relate only to the language from that statute being included in the policy. Any questions about 101.01? The next policy for your consideration is 101.02. The only change in that policy is in the last paragraph, changing the language vice president and pro tem to chair and vice chair to track the body corporate statute. Any questions regarding that revision? The next policy is 500.01. The revision is in the first paragraph and involves the removal of the word "and personal." It was thought that since this policy was intended to cover the use of college facilities, the reference to personal property was unneeded. Any questions regarding 500.01? We'll move then to the next item on the agenda, which is Bishop State Community College's request for the board's approval of its purchase of a piece of property from the city of Mobile. This piece of property currently is being used by the college as part of a larger parking lot on its main campus. The college is proposing to purchase the property from the city for the sum of $10, subject to a purchase agreement which was included in the materials that were forwarded to you. The unique request in this case is that the college has requested a waiver of the usual requirements for an appraisal and a phase 1 environmental study. The appraisal waiver is being requested because the college is only paying $10 for the property. With regard to the phase 1 environmental study, the college is hoping to be in a position to provide the board with historical data relating to the use of the property, historical aerial photographs, and any assessment or study that the city had done at the time it purchased the property. And they hope to have that to the board in advance of the telephone conferences before the meeting next month. Any questions regarding this proposed purchase of property?
I understand that the intended or expected use is to continue to be a parking lot.
Yes, sir.
With respect to the waiver and the existing use and the intended use, I think that's fine. I don't see an issue.
Reggie's here somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Reggie, how about just talking a little bit about what you're trying to do at the campus?
Good morning. Good morning. In reference to the parking lot, we resurfaced all of our parking lots. When we got to this particular parking lot, it's right in the middle of campus. We discovered that half of the parking, well, the percentage of the parking lot is owned by the city of Mobile, and then another percentage of it is owned by the Mobile Housing Board. And so we've reached out to the city, and they have agreed to turn that over to us, or sell it to us for $10. And now we're in conversation with the Mobile Housing Board for the other portion. So that's where we are with the parking situation, with that parking lot.
But ultimately, what Reggie's trying to do is working with the city and other agencies. So for example, there's some streets that run right through the campus. And the city's working with us to try to create a campus that is not part of the traffic pattern. And so there's gonna be more and more of this kind of cleaning up the title of the property as we go forward.
Right. There are streets that are running through the campus that we are asking the city to consider approving, and also what we want to do is to gate the campus as well. And so we're working with the city on that also.
Any questions or comments on the operation agreement, Lawson?
David, you gonna present that or?
Well, I think Dr. Ward.
Okay.
Dr. Ward, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, no, I didn't know. I thought you were going to do it. That's why I don't mind doing it.
This is Lawson State's request, that the board approve its, entering into, a cafeteria operation agreement with Gourmet Services. The proposed, contract would result in the college receiving a one-time payment of $15,000, capital investment by Gourmet Services of $75,000, in-kind catering for the college on an annual basis of $7,500, student scholarships on an annual basis of $14,000, marketing efforts in the amount of $10,000, technology in the amount of $25,000, in-kind catering for students annually of $2,500, and anticipated commissions each year in the amount of $15,000. In return, the college will reimburse Gourmet Services $1,480.22 for each resident hall student per semester. At the end of the day, by entering into this agreement, the college will improve its financial position with regard to its auxiliary services on an annual basis of approximately $280,000. The proposed agreement was included in the materials that were forwarded to you, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer.
Does Gourmet Services provide civil services to any other colleges in the area, or do we do any due diligence on them?
Well, Miles College, I know that they're, but have been providing services there for years. Ms. Cruz, is there another college?
Not in this area, Hampton University.
They have about 8 colleges all together.
So they have a history of this.
The numbers certainly make sense, and certainly, love to see things like this take place financially for you, gives you other opportunities for that kind of money.
We've tried to take an entrepreneurial approach to it, trying to get out of the business of personnel that we now have that actually provide the food service for college employees. And we can transition to this company, and we can reduce those salary and benefit expenditures, and we'll have really around the clock service
That's a one-time, that's probably to get meal cards and whatnot online, is that correct?
Was that for?
25,000 technology.
Yes, they have to, come in and put in their equipment and register everything on both campuses, and they will be serving both the Birmingham campus, and the Jessup campus, and they have their technology that they bring up things with the council, so that's part of the technology cost that they're going to pay.
Anything else? Thank you.
Item 6 is implementation of a special building fee at Southern Union State Community College. President Shack.
Good morning, Chairman Thompson, Board of Trustees, Chancellor Baker. Southern Union is requesting implementing a special building fee in the amount of $10 per credit hour. This would commence in the fall of 2019 and would be used to the final phases of our master building plan.
I understand you do not have building.
No, this would be the initiation of this fee. It would result in about $970,000 per year. Those funds would be used to construct a science building on campus, in the Opelika campus, which would allow us to relocate the current health sciences simulation operation from an original building from the Opelika Technical School, as well as providing room for our upcoming PTA program and eventually some new science labs in biology, physics, and chemistry. Right, thank you.
Item 7, tuition rate adjustment for the Alabama Community College System.
Good morning. As is shown in the packet, we are requesting a $2 per credit hour increase in the tuition rate that students will pay beginning fall of 19. This is our normal, or what we've had in previous years up to the past one. That has been set in motion as far as the increase in tuition based on a kind of a standing policy as far as going up $2 a credit hour. As is shown, it will give the system an extra $3 million in revenue. It will be kept, all of it, at the college. And certainly one of the reasons we're doing it at this point in time, which is a little earlier than normal, is that the colleges have requested, and we realize, as far as from a marketing standpoint and being able to communicate to our prospective students our rates for the coming year. So that's why we're asking for it a little earlier than usual, and certainly we request this, and certainly can put the money to very good use at all of our colleges. Any questions?
This begins fall.
Yes, sir. Fall of 19. Anything else? Thank you.
Mr. Rock.
Good morning, Mr. Thompson, Chancellor Baker, and members of the board. We have received a request from Northwest Shoals Community College to purchase a building located at 1309 State Street. You can see on this image at the top left, this building is located just a few blocks away from the Northwest Shoals main campus. Also, the two buildings located adjacent to this building are also both currently owned by the community college. Dr. Colgross noted in her letter that this building would be used to house the radiology and sonography imaging programs at Northwest Shoals Community College. The building is 4,000 square feet, and it was previously used for medical imaging. Only minor modifications to this building, we estimate around $26,000, would be required to turn this into make it usable for instructional purposes. The proposed sale price is $350,000, which comes to $87.50 a square foot. We have received two appraisals on this property, one for $350,000 and the other So yes, start working on construction. Can I answer your questions about this?
You know, you have a tremendous amount of thought on strategy. It's always kind of gone against my grain to purchase stuff that's not on part of campus and you're spread out. Now, if this is a existing facility that it costs us a lot more money to replicate, I think it needs magnification.
Yes, sir.
Parcel's a quarter of an acre. 4,000 square feet, gross, close. I may have some more questions later, but I don't get any more right now, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. So I said he could walk, so.
Yeah, I can walk. Buddy.
Punch you, punch you.
Okay, anything else? Chance to come forward in that work session? Anything else from the board? I appreciate y'all's participation. We'll have, lunch, please be timely getting over to the archives, and there are reserved seats for board members, so y'all be mindful of that there in front. You should have a place card there. If not, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.